The following this is an excerpt, whatever that word means, from Morgan Baker, lifetime friend.
But Aladdin, what am I to do? Fly on the magic pillow.
Due to the boredom of the next few moments of videotape, this little excerpt has been something like that, has been added to this video so that it won't be so completely boring that you won't fall asleep. We will return to Morgan momentarily. Thank you.
Fly, Aladdin, fly.
Ooh. Oh. In order to get an idea of the mythological and metaphysical mind of Morgan Baker as he begins to speak to us and open up and reveal his ideas of his friendship to me, we must first understand, hey, I wonder what it'd be like to look at the TV at the same time we record it and we're watching the recording on the television. You'll see what I mean. I don't know if we can see that or not. Oh, what a ghost effect. Look at that.
I think even though I didn't bring my forms into the interview, maybe they'll let me in. I'm a young man with a bright future ahead of me. First time we met was the 7th grade. That was either 1979 or 1980. And you were my lab partner for at least one day in Mr. Arnie's life science class.
That's funny.
And then you gave me this suspicious look. It was really funny.
Oh yeah, suspicious look.
Yeah, you gave me this. I mentioned your name and you gave me this suspicious look, and I didn't know whether you were going to start picking on me or not. You know, but you didn't, so I thought, oh, okay. He's at least neutral, so I can hang with that. And yourself. You're intelligent. You're interesting. You have. You're a good person. You have.
Yeah, no matter what you say, none of that does any good when I can't connect with them.
Yeah, well.
See what I'm saying? I mean, I could be the greatest person on earth, you know, and not that I am, but, you know, it wouldn't make any difference, that's all I'm saying. So, that's life, I guess. Welcome back to the video diary. I know the last few minutes of the diary have been so exciting that you have not been able to control yourself. But now for the truly important part of the diary. And that important part is the part where we talk about family. And as we talk about family, well, that's funny. Doesn't it seem like the world is lopsided for some reason? Oh well. Anyway, as I was saying, right now I'm going to talk a little bit about each of my family members. If you have my photo albums, that big black one that I showed before, or any other photo album, you can kind of take a look at my family as I talk about them. I'm trying to think who I want to start with first. I guess I'll start from youngest to oldest. The youngest would be Kim. Kim's my younger sister. Let's see, she's about 3 years younger than me. Ooh, sometimes I even forget. She's 21 or 22 now, and I'm 25. So, yeah, she's about 3 years, something like that. She has red hair. And a lot of times when we were young, we were compared to each other just because of the red hair. Some people used to ask us, are we twins? And it bothered her a little bit, but it bothered me a lot. For some reason, I didn't want to be identified with someone else. I wanted to be my own person. And whenever someone identified me with her as being a twin, I took it very personally as meaning I didn't have my own identity. Not that I was so much more mature than her or anything of that, like that. Kim has always been like what's called a diamond in the rough. She's a very nice person, and if you ask her, she does believe in God and is a Christian. But that's where it draws the line. After that, she leads kind of a confused life. I think my mother was her role model, and my mother, who was an alcoholic and who died from alcoholism. I think when my mother died, it really, I don't think Kim ever recovered from that trauma. For me, my mother was more of a, now that we're getting on my mother, was more of a negative role model. Everything that my mother was, I didn't want to be. When I saw my mother drunk, I didn't want to be that way. And I could use that as the example of what, how I didn't want to be. How I didn't want to be. But for Kim, she was very sensitive. My mother's death was hard on her, and so now her life is sometimes confused. She has a hard time holding down jobs, and she's a nice person, but she lives a very simple kind of base life. And I worry about her, and I care about her a lot. But that's about all I have to say.